Fast forward, any come out our channel is how say GH politics are when political stories are trending because making headlines. And the Germany be exumo. Only a more quaba. And any more, I will leave a comment under the comment section. Ho amami. Be sure say you more writing some quick one. Can offer your town and Minoka say NDC communicators be it me make some comment be a fan one only and yak some kotwakra. Who even here say even who you any day, but I don't can say abra OSP it me a declare wanted no near omu a and say obit me a ski for a year Asylum from a year the president of America a year Donald Trump as say Omaya ofri mono there's been a political witch hunt ene omo ehwehwe no enya asem koto akra na sa kwan yiso na osusu se eye eken overreactor enam so na osan ekan esi so se ebeya OSP ontimi emfa sika ento no so se obi biara obehunu ba bia wo bia no Intempana manasonte na yemam sa ransom reward na eno so akoye chinia e watch na no so a ene ese hu de ko ani de ba me do ewura unsen mu CCA she na so mam say haxi age politics avenue
Otigana yetete no Ghana ukobura bo kire a and unim say sade na mo nyine ye nyina so ye strategy o na na ke ebia na mo nim some of them intentionally insult the president, insult the government when they are outside. When you go after them, they go and seek political asylum because we need papers. Entino meno essence me di o mampania tenti o mo pe match me entino mo me ho ban na abrochefo na say political asylum entine ye bo ho ban o kai kanu furiata brana be yi wano 97 million udi akwa kutu amana brabe kire kwan of us udi 97 million dollars kutu amana abrana nka e wo se edi bi kotototo na ma yan fa nkoto no o se e political witch hunting America fu mo me ho ban o ti the American government ka kire no masa kona ko yi hu ano eni se wa yere yi o
mo na se wa yere
na se ye hu no
mo minister mo ehwa na mo hu
oh OSP first Canberra la me see OSP first tabu anto ni tiso ke be hu no we dey $50,000 per ye be pe na ba
OSP ni botum sika na so mani sika
o mani sika na kanya o mani na hwehwe no
okay
on fait o dey for $50,000 and $100,000 into so ke ni ko for kwa na kwa so na ba
we dey ono so dey muti investigation am budget 40% na am the 60 na che no
na $97 million
na so budget 40 na am the 60
let's say you see kake to
answer me budget 40 na am the 60 madam was
you don't be
pinina
not putting into consideration the difficulty in the terrain. And we see within I think 2.5 hours it will locate sin no.
Yeah.
It will call because the boy with this one say unlike a Tiwana a strictly forest reserve. This is a forest reserve, all right. But degraded areas were na Akuffo do mfuo. And some people also saw the sea and the smoke trail no so my question when there and kwahye sabi amanamu ti say the Tiwa de ne yede we dey na wo be poso. So yes, difficulty climbing and those things no were there. But the commentaries afterwards, yes, we were all taken by emotions here and there. In some be why you be cry from the beginning. On hindsight, no, we wouldn't have repeated it because some of the things, out of emotions, so cano. Actually, no, but say, there be a semi mekai. Etimi kai will be yao, and I say etimi bre will be crew. So repeating it is not even easy for us to do, but. To say, as a Ghana, as MCA, would be very important questions. What are the lessons learned? Because disasters of this magnitude, let me say, we talk national disasters are no. This is about the fifth one, if I'm correct. May 9th by May 9th by is never again. So you realize, stadiums, you say, no. Inlets ni outlets no ya ni bebre kakra ohu ntino asem sikura na bibia ye be fa pie free park no so no aye bebre two there sa kan ye kese pa ye
Malcolm disaster
What you say?
Yeah.
And also, so yes, he taught us some lessons. We learned from it. Then they said, what's Ghana focus was the death of our late President Mills.
Yeah. The twin disaster.
Yes, that was
water and fire.
That say me buy no so. Me buy. Say was at a Mills call and China girl the buy.
Shell there.
Sorry.
Go. Circle.
Circle there. Sorry. So let's just say circle. What you say? Dakro insuo ekum nipa na ejanso kum nipa. That was one of the worst kind of ni hu bi da. And I think say after that certain measures were put in place. NPA, your friend is saying standard authority, all the regulatory bodies ni no decided to make sure say massa yes site filling stations are yen site ni yes the way nipa betimi ebo chinkukura BBC nipa betimi flow easily. Then I think before this particular crash, there was another one, but no fatal. So, until this particular one happened. So, Metimaka said, this is the worst kind of air traffic disaster Ghana yenya. Yes. So, it was a shocker. A shocking yenya. And in fact, right from the beginning, Akuffo started somewhere and I remember even some of the videos I saw body bags. Some of the is it the military or some of the paramedics holding body bags. There was a missing link. So why were until no children say, listen, what happened at that particular place? This was the situation we faced ourselves with. Yeah, you need this kind of heat or fire disaster preparedness. We said they need equipment for it. Most of our body bags are meant for cold bodies.
Yeah.
Nipa ni yekum na to ha.
Na police for kokofa no.
Iti ye be kon nipa na ye nwunu dada na ye de na hyem ti body bags do na ye wo no ye de ye nwunu ni bi. Ye ni body bags are ye heat resistance.
Etumi fa de e.
And ye ntimi nka se ade no so tama ye ko pie so no na ade esa. Ye ka se ye ja omo wo ha. It's a forest, all right. But you don't know what kind of animals are also there. By the time I beba na omunyina and you can also say it's a forest no soldier for nyina emu no ho akopem like so asem sia ye nya botre kakra because book mu de enko na obi be say on the field experience so nko last time I come one of your sister stations say me I was trained as a disease control officer. We do community health until me call field no the chairman was school nyina and say oh bopania chesebe ne tunumu for there are areas baby arteries and nam ne na yen wo ho because one hwe ba ko puncture artery bi na uchemu for na wa ba form like that is what they taught me. Ya nkyere me your classroom da say sabi ukowo obi to pania gi so ogbo ago.
Obo te.
Debio you practically must say ago.
Really?
Kafra.
Okay.
Any book BM.
Kafra. Okay.
So I went there practically and elderly man just say penny pa na niefi. Shene chewa ba. Me di pani no wa na ebu. Me di wo na akwa. Me di wo na ebu. Say eja. Ase me pani ni nyina wo problem. Odani na ni hwe me. Uko obi fie ombo ago. Ana wonka gafra. So sorry na ago ansa na pani ne ko book be mu ne be kire dabi enti wo bana me pani ako a ada na wa bonsa na wo de wonim say ye wo pani be na ko wa na ako you judge me because you don't understand the situation I'm facing on the field. Enti you me supervisor na be to say me book pani be miensa wo be ka se mabon because the old book money say panye the why ko bibia ni book mu say ye bo gafra o baby ansa na ya wo panye
yeah traditional values
so asem sia e wode e wo field ho ankasa experience ne nko e na book mu de enso nko
ama kai franka man kwa blaster onkobobo na manfo twa blaster father pasa no say said you no TV no so no and yes I network pack
David and yes go so mesre
na short na eba so na kasa kire wa ada no wan chebe
se me madago da waso bi mu na utimi se waso bo mu pa na de wo kopo no be se bibi di akiri so Jacob na I think say at some see and we all have questions sabi nyame or boss ru ni asase kra ye bisa no questions why these people the best defense minister even the military architecture ni nyina say ye nya papa we die ono na betimi a transforming the military ono na betimi a transform your defense system prekope nyame say mafaneko I can tell you on authority say when it comes to strategies within the NDC nipa NPP for stro ni kase pa ye papa ya okoi
activate body cameras.
Just say, ye ni abre ye nyina choka yesu ye ntia say stop agonizing and organize. Wow. Simple no akasa no etwa so. Mu nyina mo ne ena de nana do ye ena do mpeso ye say stop agonizing and organize. Buse na prekope obi ajojo. Because asem o kana ye nyansa sem. Oye mi say me ne nje ho da bi boa ho na face no. And tietie mu no fa hwe ma. That is so many Bawumia for you.
Yes.
She say me kana meja hwan. Na Jacob na de ntia na ase asem saye ya ne say this is the first time President Mahama etimine all the stakeholders involved in the mining industry etimi atena se akasa and bra yenua penny limuna ne ba rekopeni abuaji o he's like the godfather of abuaji and na nipa 9 no so ekum omo wo obuase no eya abuaji constituency na sasem ni siye and it took these two people to calm all the youth in Obuasi is down say Sremo mama fam Ransom nsem munya botere don't retaliate listen ye ne president akasa president ajetum so oni anglo for no be kasa ema baby omu de omu nya adwuma no aluvia portions no nya de amomu be come because it's not in commercial quantities no ye ne omu aka ama ombe sidi amamo so that engagement has been going on for the past 6 months ntiafena nyame adoma anglo good for ati asese ye cd portion we amamo yanka se ye be supervise ye ne EP ne science and environment ministry be kambum ni a kire mo kwan papa mo be ye responsible mining
ntenko ye bibia
enko ye de mo tutu free ho yi free mu na ja na sa ne bi da bi so the moment Anglo Gold and understood that particular negotiations from the president, all other mining companies decided to also follow suit.
Okay.
So that is the program and now Moko launches afedi ye baba ye corporate responsible mining. And na sabi dia ka nyina beda ne history say. Je Jacob na assembly is na but then I can also understand Ghanaians say we want answers. Baby ame esa ha me kakra no as a person ne the lack of education on disaster prevention and even disaster management from the side of NADMONI NCC be kambo ma boy with that public education. We say President Mahama always sees into the future. Into share all ka say or the national service for air corps military training. The sub headline of that particular training it is military training on disaster preparedness and response training.
Okay.
That is what President Mahama is taking all graduates and the national service to go and do. As if so when him say BBC betimiesi. So once we train most of our people in disaster preparedness and disaster management and response now, at least enka omo ko ho no nko bia nim say da bi eduru ho a say na chese ye because I did be even some screwdriver cry or helicopter no cry investigation.
Sure.
It's a yes, you for BBC, you fact to see a deco. So that education must be there. And excellence, no, the modalities are police for the crack aba, you empake car or ha, close to crime way, and you feel do you know who I am? Be a back of Miss Row. Uni accreditation to send me a mini accreditation, ya. O paki or baby, no one ante. Baby, I see Gina no Gina. Yemfa phone, yemfa a dear kitty bin a takura or mono. And no uni accreditation for your media house, and Fanku Ramu, the freedom of speech, there be
microphone,
a whole freedom of speech in the soldier phone a year or ye, Miss Ramu. And yet, Robonsway, and I walk out church, will be answer Marco Bonsa, Debbie, Miss Ramu. Okwa baby a soldier for bakasi Gina no Gina ho. Soldier for bochi nku aye ntwa o manimu ba heart Mr. Ramu. Said the be deal with kama na share ni munyam. Na de ni munyam hye nso abra nti mesre e kina obi endi mura so kama.
Okay.
Enyefe.
Me say about later ni ahwe say after we no the nti Akroma no ekoye no. De no nkokwe say cooperative proper responsible mining. Yeah. You say after that, you know, then you be see. Oima, yeah, some come my yedi. Ochina the base him say, we are singing a year near Baby. My main can say, my money in a tiffy draw at toy puye baby, I will be a baby. I won't want to be nasty for. Say, make us initially, Nabunya, my say. Sebusuan benya recheche pa eyochina.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Ochina busunya no arecheche obenya wiase nyina yochina gi no chesan. The way ya be comport to ye ho afa e we ye na se no.
Yeah.
And be cheche busuan yure. Na okunafo anasoba anase na akotena be kasa me ba asemasi me kuna asemasi yi ase na hwe dia e koso. Ya ye be ko nyina obi obenya kwa akọ ho bia no. E de na obeka dia fa na yen hwe de si ye no so circumstances e de ba ne de bambofo aka ne panyifo aka de fa ne de sese yen so wo esi esu etumi play e wo sanse mi
me da se eja menchia otiefo ne wahwefo nyina when me say sa incident here esi ye no na ya rehosam kese pa yanda ndwen say bibisa betumi ato Ghana sa na sa incident we no eye o maimuni ewiase nyina asem enye political, we shouldn't politicize it. Echina ena omanpanyi etuesi ho se yede state funeral ama omo me fi se ne kwan so ano no eja sane wo kan no ochina na ebusua bia benya arekekere kese enye separate funerals a omo beye because eno no ebekwa akoye ebusua asem ebusua bia nso ni emunsem ne sane omo ye omo no ma but echina no ena ebusua ni behu se omo eba no osom ye no som na osom ye no eso Ghana fuani ekuo na ojoin no na omo kra ne sen odimu ma omo ana eja last week Saturday, was it last week Saturday or Sunday emu baako me call eye wo boase na me wo ho na me te say NDC executive ye papa Owura Johnson Sedu edan eba aboaji ebusuafie na me ne journalist baako na nam ewo Kumase no se afia me yento mfa ho ne yenhwe ne eko ne yenkotie bi na yenso yetumi akoka. In fact, you do ebusuafie ho no me reho papa because you realize say na aboaji yo mu bibia omo ani daso omo butent, in fact omo foundation omo roof omo bibia na ebusua bi wo ho a se bi wunya baako wo mu a ebusua no se na enkoyi a onu nti na ekoyi me do ho me hwe busua no me do ho sana party executives neighbor ti me kote kona bi na me gi akonwa na me hwe din na omo tete ho na ohwe bi mu ahofama eni ade in fact me rehoy me say se omo anda andwen se omo de hye no obi abewu de na bia na nka enye sa kwan we so anasa this time the youthful stage na you say Dubai no o kan sem bi o say Aboaje no a parliamentary candidate for Obuasi East yes. As a young man na before na say Dubai kasa no na metietie ma bi we say Aboaje no most of them to Abama no because of na ho ofe especially a man
very calm
always the way o say yes in the picture crowd boba ho a drum for man be to make coffee na no to the extent that look at the difference buyer say bia enye yisi na be mu na misunderstand the buyer anka Aboaje facility no
of fire na chinchim na came
say me kan sa me de me mbremu no yisi me gina yisi di mu na me kasa anka Aboaje facility no e wo Obuasi East ho enti na eja na wo hwe wo tena se na Aboaje nye ni paketwa me de ni ye case study me nka se obi aye ni paketwa mo debi but ono ne de na me call witness wo abusua ni mu ene Obuasi onye ni paketwa we area ho and oma NDC mu ye du e wo Obuasi East ho enti in fact ochina ne ebe koso no ye be so organizers yesi arechiche nti na akamfo no omo ye yi a obi beka se obi ewu ade na mo bonyomasa ade na mo di fufuo ade na mo di jollof mo ku aduane ho some of these things no ye mebusua no e de chichi omo re enye se ni re be fi kra at that moment no obeti ase se owuo wo ho ma obi a enti ase be ye adwuma enti ochina the organizers na yesre whatever arrangement any organization amo beje na echina program no edimu na asho man ni no nyam na chichi ebusua biara re no ya bese omonye because at Ransom way any sa disaster way no yan kasa emu arem just enipa ashi to the extent that just ya flower moko eko ye DNA e determine
say when
anasa when ansa na yehu say ebusua baji we ya o
yenu kra nye say ebusua ya be ma o ebusua kra yin timi fa ma o
adan ye want to be fa ma o
that is why we are giving them a state burial
okay
you know
but
what the family is going through is not easy
me ko Aboase no Aboaje ebusua panyin atiase say o ma ye Papa Johnson atiase say after omoye omodie no omo so be ye omo
oh yes that one ye ndo mitina ye omodie
yeah so ebe ye omodie
the funeral yes individual families can do that yeah
na going forward no eja esi esua di be brave free mo as a mind so far as politics is concerned because can you akoye say bibia na politicize it yenya no NPP for ya die bi kakra me ni omo anya adwen bepe me ni omo nya adwen tam asem ni siye se omo ba abonten omo ya die mienu omo ba abonten be ka se ye contest Tamale City no Tamale Central no good that was the wrong time two omo kan wie ye no omo ko NDC fo ho say ye ne mo be mone eja na in the first place no young contest nke say a secondary matter
enti na o pa yes anka ye ma chichi mo wire ye ne mo
exactly exactly ye be chichi me wire asama to me minsu gujem enya afi na wo be kai me say e say me kwaya by election na wo di agenda be tutima mu fo trimu say young contest I say you are as if say more sympathizing so more your politics eja wo wie na wo koye se ye ne mo ne enka wo koye ne ye ne mo ne no
onia wo yensama horo timi course wo channel no so mam no asesa oje mre e wo hada sene so ba de ndi adom bi adom yani onu yenhiem na yensan enso mo kwanson kosokra